These were supposed to be Miguel O'Hara themed nails, and they kind of are, but I peeled the nail polish off my thumb, and this hand is starting to chip really bad. I did this 2 days ago. Yay. So, it's been a while since I've posted, I think maybe 3 weeks, and during those 3 weeks, I have managed to almost finish my sketchbook. I have, I think, 2 or 3 more drawings in the sketchbook I want to do before I'm completely done with it, which is really cool. So that means the next video I'm going to be posting will be a sketchbook tour, and hopefully I'll just have that done and out by next week. But anyways, please excuse any noises you hear in the background. Those are my cats. I have 4 cats in this room, so most of the noises I won't be able to cut out, but don't mind them. But in today's video, I'll be going over my experiences as an art kid. Now, there's probably some positive videos out there talking about their experiences, but mine will be mostly negative. There's maybe, 1 or 2 positives on my list. I don't really care. But yeah, I'm already out of high school. I already graduated in 2023. I'm old as dirt now. But yeah, that's what I'll be doing. I didn't really see any videos talking about it, and I wanted to put my 2 cents out there and see if anyone else related, so that's what I'll be doing. Also, if it isn't obvious, I am drawing Miguel O'Hara in this piece. Again, the top piece is based off of a image of Queso holding a mug with him over a trans flag, and I found that really funny. And they had this trend on Twitter going around and say, hey, draw your favorite character like this, so I did it. And the bottom one is just Miguel O'Hara in a bonnet because I think he would wear one. Fight me for it, I don't care. And if you follow my personal account on TikTok, then you should know what my profile picture is. With that out of the way, I'm going to get into my first point, and the first point I have written down is asking to draw someone or something. I, at first, was a people pleaser, so when people would ask me, hey, can you draw something for me? I would say, yeah, and I'll try to, and it will come out kind of crappy. And I still kind of am, but I really don't like to do it, especially if I don't know you. Like, oh my god, you should draw this, you should draw that. I should, but I'm not going to. I'm getting a lot better at telling people no and not feeling bad about it, but in high school, it was so bad. And the main reason I didn't like doing it was because of this one experience I had in my senior year. So I was drawing in class, right, and some girl, I'm not gonna name drop, but she asked me, hey, could you draw my 2 brothers for me? And I'm like, okay, sure. She saw me drawing, so she saw the way my art style and stuff like that. So I went home and I drew her brothers for her, and I came back the next day and I gave her the papers. When I did, not only did she laugh at my drawings, but she balled them up and threw them away. and here's the fun part. It's not fun at all, but she was literally sitting a seat behind me, so I could hear her laughing and talking bad about the drawing, which made me feel really bad when I went home. So yeah, I don't know if other artists can relate with me on this one, but if it's outside of like an art trade or you're asking for suggestions, when people ask you to draw something, it kind of makes you not want to. I'm really big on only doing stuff because I want to do it. So if you ask me out of the blue, like, hey, can you draw this for me? And I really don't know you, then I'm not going to draw anything for you. The next point I have is people ask me to draw anime characters. Now, I usually don't have a problem with this if it's an anime I like or a character I really like, because I might end up drawing it, but I do have a problem when people ask me to draw Goku or Naruto, because they ask so often, and it's like the popular kids who actually like, oh man, can you draw Goku or somebody? Please, let's get creative here. Please, there's so many more animes out there. Nobody wants to continuously draw them unless you're a fan, and if you are a fan, I'm not judging you, because I used to watch Dragon Ball Z. I used to be a huge Dragon Ball fan, but I kind of fell out of it. Again, for this point, some people might agree with me, and I don't think many would, but when people ask you to draw for a project, oh my god, I don't mind drawing for a project if it's by myself or something, but I don't like when there's a project and every single time I have to be the one to draw this, or I have to be the one to write that. I don't know if y'all know, but my handwriting is trash. I might be good at drawing, but my handwriting is booty, okay? I can't even read my own handwriting sometimes, so why would you want me to write really big on this paper? I don't mind doing something because I want to, but I don't want to get called every single time. Like, please. I'm not the only artist in here. Well, I was in most of my classes, but come on. Let the other kids have a chance. A lot of other artists might have liked this because they get to show off their art skills and do something they actually like in class, but not me. Even though I did draw a lot in class, I did not like having to draw for projects because I feel like that was like an unnecessary expectation that the drawing had to be good, and then it kind of made the drawing come out a little bad at the end. So yeah, if it was a personal project, I didn't mind drawing, but if it was like a group project, then I couldn't do it. To kind of break up all the negative that I've already talked about, I'm going to talk about one positive thing, and I'll save the other positive thing for later in the video. But one positive thing I enjoyed about being the art kid was going through the school and finding a lead pencil on the ground in the hallway. I was one of those kids who would pick them up, and I still do use some of the ones I found at school. You cannot tell me after finding a fresh lead pencil on the ground with an eraser on it, you could just like draw anything. I literally felt like a wizard drawing when I found them. Now don't get me wrong, I love fresh art supplies. I do love a new fresh set of pencils, erasers, and things like that, but nothing will compare to that ground lead pencil art. If you know, you know, and if you don't know, you should know, because it's a great feeling. I don't know why, but each one I found just blessed me with artistic abilities that I've never had before. Man, I wish I could find me another ground lead pencil. If I do, y'all will be the first to know. Now let's get back into the list. People going through your sketchbook. I don't do pose studies. I really should, because it will help with my stiff poses. But I could not tell you how embarrassing and upset I would get when someone goes through my sketchbook. Even my brothers don't go through my sketchbook. I don't care. You can go through anything else I own. Leave that sketchbook alone. You're not allowed to go through it. Because not only was I a self-shipper, but I was an OCX canon person, and I still am. Oh my god. And I would draw like straight up gore in class, and I didn't want people to see that because then they'll just think I'm extra weird. But oh my god, they had one time this popular kid, he walked up to me, he was like, "Oh my god, I like what you're drawing, right?" And he posted on his story my sketchbook, but then he also posted himself flipping through my sketchbook, and I actually felt a part of my soul die that day. I hate when people look through my sketchbooks. If I let you look through it, you're special. You're real special. But like, don't go through it unless I give you permission, because you will get a mean backhand to the skull if I find out you went through my sketchbook. And I just feel like if you are a young artist still living with your parents and they find your sketchbook, it's almost like the equivalent of your parents asking for your phone. You have nothing to hide, but why do you want to see it? Why do you want to go through it? Please leave me alone. You don't want to see this. I'm almost done with my list, and thank God, because even though I said I didn't want to talk long, this video is still kind of on the longer side. I might cut it down some. Right now it's at like 21 minutes. So yeah, that might get a snippety snip. But anyways, the next point are those dry marker sets that you would get for Christmas or your birthday. If you know the ones I'm talking about, they're the ones that come with like the 150 or 200 pieces, and they got those dry markers, the color pencils that won't sharpen, those watercolors no one used, those oil pastels no one touched. Oh my god, I don't get those anymore. Okay, my parents have upgraded me significantly, but oh my god, I hated them. And yes, I unfortunately still do use some of those markers. because the really small ones, not the skinny ones, the really small fat ones, you have to put water in them. But who knew that? No one. So they were just trash markers that you threw away. And I would have to throw away half of the set because none of the supplies worked, or it was just really, really booty. You know what I mean? If you never got one, lucky you. And if you do still get them, you poor soul, you're gonna be stuck there for a while. Parents need to get creative because nobody wants that. Nobody. But anyways, now that that's over, I don't know if other artists have this, but my relationship with my teachers in high school, it wasn't bad at all. They had this one teacher, his name was Bill or something. We'll call him Mr. B for the sake of this video. And every time I was in his class, he never gave me any crap about drawing. I would have my color pencils and markers all laid out on the desk, listening to music, and he'll just walk by me, smile at my work, and then move on. I did his work in class, okay? I had good grades for the most part, but I had good grades, okay? And it was just a really fun class period. A lot of people didn't like him because he was really harsh, but when it came to me, he was a sweetheart, okay? I loved drawing in his class, and I did draw in a lot of my classes. I drew from the moment I got there to the moment I left home. And a bunch of teachers didn't give me crap for it, but they were like, this one teacher who kind of did. He was like, oh, you need to do your work. And of course I listened because I'm not trying to fail, okay? I didn't want to fail. And did I fail? Nope, because I graduated. I got my diploma. Wow! But I don't know, but I really enjoy drawing in class whenever I have my headphones in, listening to my music, getting my art down after I do my work, or while I was doing my work. I was a multitasker. I also really like doodling on the side of like worksheet pages, drawing the little one eye or the lips. I had a huge eye phase in high school. Thank God I'm out of it. Another kind of funny experience I had with my art is whenever it was way back when in middle school, and I was drawing in my history teacher's class, and he saw me and he said, maybe if you'd pay attention in class and stop drawing them geishas, you'd actually get good grades or something like that. He absolutely cooked me. Didn't want to cry. Did I draw in his class again? Nope. Only when he wasn't there, when they had a substitute. But yeah, that's a very staple moment in my memory. And last, but certainly not least, the stairs. Oh my God. I can't work when I'm being stared at. If I'm doing my own thing and someone's watching me, I can't do it anymore, or I'm gonna mess up a bajillion times. So when I'm drawing and someone walks directly behind me and just stares at me drawing, no questions or nothing, they just look at me, it makes me want to croak. But I won't. And I'll act like I don't see them, but I clearly can, and it's a nervous sweat running down my back. Try not to pay attention to them. I really hate being looked at when I draw. I wanted to go live on, TikTok a few times. Never did. Don't have the balls to do it. I don't wanna. I might end up doing it one of the days when I grow out of my fear of, whatever fear that is, and do it. It might be fun. I think I'll have fun on it. But yeah, as of right now, I'm not gonna do it. I don't like being watched when I draw. It just freaks me out. And then when people critique it while they're drawing and they're not an artist, oh my God, I'm not done with it. Why are you telling me the eyes are too far apart when it's still a sketch? Leave me be. Let me work in peace, bro. I was gonna talk about something else I really liked with being the art kid, but my brain's not working, so I'm done talking about that. Those were my experiences being the art kid. If you have any similar stories or things you don't like about being the art kid, leave them in the comments. No one really comments on my videos, but I would really appreciate if someone would comment things they like about being an artist or not. Maybe we can have a little conversation and we can be friends. I love making art friends. I really do enjoy that. I feel like I don't have enough. I have plenty of art friends, but I would not complain if I had more. So if you want to be friends with me, hit me up on Instagram or TikTok or my several other platforms. I don't mind it. I will take this moment to let y'all know of another video idea that I have coming up. After the sketchbook tour, obviously, I want to make a video on how to better understand your OCs or how to make them more interesting. And I'm going to be using my OCs, Kane and Silas. I might put an image up, might not, or I might just save it for that video. But a problem that I and maybe many other artists have is making an OC and figuring out what you want to do with them. So in that video, I'll give you ideas to help you make your characters more interesting, and I'll be using Kane and Silas as the subjects because I have been working on them a lot, and maybe I'll figure out a piece I'll do for that video as well of them. But I did give them a sort of an upgrade, and I came up with backstory stuff. But I really do want to help other artists create more in-depth OCs, I guess. I'm not the greatest artist, but I don't mind helping beginner artists, you know? So if you trust me, stay tuned for this video. I'll make a post on here, maybe a short of saying, hey, OC video coming soon, something like that, so you'll know. Or you can just stay tuned on my Instagram. I do post on there a lot more often than I usually would, so do go check that out if you want to see it. But anyways, I just want to let y'all know about that, and there's not much of this video left to go, so I'll probably just speed it up even more, and that'll be it for it. And here is the finished piece. I can't tell if you know, but these squares up there look extremely muddy. I honestly hate how that looks, but overall I'm pretty happy with this. I ended up redoing it because the first one I got the colors wrong and stuff. This one, it's not the greatest, but I do like it. I like how kind of crappy this one looks. I like this one, really cute. Finally used that. It's just simple. I might add some more squares. This is just an orange index card to make it look more interesting, but yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching. Bye.